Rex, son. What's up, guys? Beastly Thoughts time. It's Beastly Thoughts live, episode 95. Guys, it's episode 95.
We are ancient now. We are officially old.
Yeah. I know. Wait, what? What did you just say to me? I will come up there to Canada and kick in your door.
I said you're old, Brian. You are an old man, and you know it.
I am muting Robbie right now.
Don't do that.
Man, the old jokes, like right off the bat.
Old jokes I was old too. I said we're old, Brian.
Oh, damn, 95 though. 95. That's a big number.
Yeah, man, we've been going this for a long time, and it really feels good to actually be getting there. I remember listening to some of my old favorite podcasts back in the day, Podcast Beyond. I remember when they get to like episode 200, how long it took. Now we're reaching the precipice of the 100. And we got to do something. We got to do something special when we hit that 100 mark, guys. It's been a long time. It's been a couple of years, and
I don't want to give any spoilers, but there's definitely going to be nudity.
Yeah, no shirts, no underwear,
no shirts, no shoes. But you get serviced. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We're on episode 99 right now, right?
95.
Oh, damn it.
95, guys.
I wanted to jump 4 so we can have that shit next week.
Can't wait for that nudity to start.
What does this show become? We are not giving quality content here. I hope you're all enjoying them.
No, let's go.
Hey, man, it depends on what you're into.
Yeah.
Just because you don't like it, Robbie, doesn't make it bad. It's like 90 rap, Robbie. Just because you don't like it, don't make it bad.
You gotta pinch your nipple every now and then, Robbie. Pinch your nipple. You might like it.
So I've been watching. I watched Straight Outta Compton this afternoon. We got back home from Vermont. I went to Vermont with the wife. Had a wonderful, laid-back weekend at a bed and breakfast. No Wi-Fi.
Ooh.
Yeah, I saw your tweet. Yeah.
Ooh.
No Wi-Fi. But had a nice weekend anyway. Ate more than one human being should possibly eat in a weekend. I might have set a world record. Not sure. It was a beautiful weekend. Came back, went from relaxing bed and breakfast to Straight Outta Compton, the movie. The extended director's cut, which is nearly like 3 hours long. I don't know if you guys seen it. It's a pretty good movie.
It's a really good movie. I haven't seen the director's cut. Wow.
Yeah, but it tickles that gangster rap '90s love.
The hood shit.
Yeah,
it tickles something, all right.
So I've been listening to all '90s rap since I turned off the movie. I've been having fun with that. It got me all amped up now. Amped up.
You guys didn't hear the little pre-show that we.
Brian was going crazy.
Serious, hardcore, thug-alicious shit. And you guys got to ask him in the comments about this because he's got hardcore lyrics.
I remember.
You never heard any Guardian say the shit that he's been saying.
The dirtiest Guardian. I'm the dirtiest Guardian.
Yes, you are. So, guys, I wanted to address some of the people who've been in my YouTube channel in the comment section. I had some issues the last couple of weeks. I promise that it will be gone and done from this point on. I've really been missing the show. Last week I had a situation where the guy wouldn't come and do my internet. And he ended up
the show done anyway, though.
Yeah, I stayed on my damn phone. I didn't give a damn.
Yeah, you made it happen.
That was some 90s rap shit.
Trooper.
That was some 90s rap shit.
They don't call you the Beast for nothing.
Hashtag Beast.
But I'm really happy to be here, guys. I've been missing you guys. I've been missing everybody in the comments. And I'm ready to get this number 95 started.
95.
Let's do it.
That's awesome.
I don't know if I'll like it as much as I did 69, but 95 is still pretty good.
You'll have to pass 95.
96 could be something, though.
Oh, yes. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
We'll keep the innuendos going all night. Stick with us. All night.
That's what this show is about, right? I mean,
this is what we're supposed to do on a Sunday anyway.
I have been playing bed and breakfast all weekend. What have you guys been playing?
Now, let me get this right. If I were you, I would say the wife and I went to a place where we stayed with no Wi-Fi. Right?
No Wi-Fi.
Wife and I, no Wi-Fi. It makes sense in some weird twist.
Wife and I, no Wi-Fi.
Damn. So, I actually spent some time on my Xbox One all week. I really haven't been doing any PlayStation 4 gaming. You guys know about the PlayStation 4 having issues with the network. That day spawned a change in me. I made a video about it.
Changes.
Yeah, now it's a whole new genre, but see, sticking with the music. So that day I went over to my Xbox One, and I was playing around, and I went to Ori and the Blind Forest, and I was only like 17% complete with the game, and I got into it, and I actually really dug into it. And I was unable to pull myself away from that game until the credits rolled on Friday night.
You beat it.
Oh.
Yes, I beat that game. I loved that game. At this point, it's the best game I ever played on my Xbox One. The world is totally amazing. Just watching it and experiencing it, it's one of those games kind of like Journey. Like when you get through it, you have this emotional epiphany.
Yeah.
And the way that it's presented, it's all hand-drawn. It's just a beautiful world. The music is so awesome. All these abilities that this little thing gets throughout the game really complement the playstyle of the game.
So if you don't know, but I want to introduce this game a little bit because it's a little bit older now. People might have kind of forgotten about this one. It's a 2D platformer. I would say it's almost movie quality graphics. The animation is really nice, and what you're used to seeing in 2D platformers is a lot of reused assets throughout the world, right? Mm-hmm. It's like you get like kind of blocks, like Mario-style blocks, where they just kind of reuse this block to build the world. This game, everything is hand-drawn, everything is beautiful. The controls are tight as hell. I didn't finish it, Beastly. I'm actually jealous. I haven't had time to finish it. Maybe this will kind of spawn me to jump back into it.
Well, I made some New Year's resolutions, guys, and we didn't get a chance to really talk about it because we've been kind of away doing our own things. But one of the resolutions that I made was that I decided I wanted to step back from buying every new game as soon as it comes out because I'm a YouTuber and try to enjoy some of the stuff, some of these gems that I bought that I know are amazing, and see them through. And Ori was actually the first game that I did, and I'm really, really excited and happy that I did. It's one of those experiences that I feel like you have to have, especially if you come from the old school. Briar, you might know what I mean. Some people really enjoyed Castlevania. I know that you didn't. I don't know if you ever played Symphony of the Night, which is the PlayStation 1 Castlevania, which is the seminal Castlevania experience, in my opinion, and probably in the opinion of many people.
The game was amazing when it came out. It does not stand the test of time, though.
Oh, Symphony of the Night absolutely does.
No.
You need to play that again.
Game controls like garbage.
No, it doesn't. It's not. It's incredible still to this day, even the controls. We're going to fight about that one.
All right, we'll fight.
But Ori and the Blind Forest takes a lot of inspiration from Symphony of the Night because there's all types of special abilities you get throughout the game. You level them up as you progress throughout the game. And it's just so many things to do. I mean, it's kind of an open world, just like Castlevania. There's not a set path that you can go. You just go until you realize you can't go any further, and there's something that you need to go there, and then you continue to go throughout the map and basically explore until you find the assets you need to get there. And it was just a really fun, fulfilling experience. Kate sat there and watched me. She was in between watching me play that game and watching Arrow for like the last week. But she was on her laptop watching that game. But it was a really, really great game, and that's really what I've been doing all week. And now that I'm done with that, I'm trying to decide. Maybe I'll let the people in the comment section let me know what I should do. Either The Witcher 3 or Fallout 4. I'm going to go ahead and finish that. So it's going to be a hard choice. I actually think I enjoyed Fallout 4 a little bit more than The Witcher for my own personal taste. But I'm trying to go ahead and... I never even played Shadows of Mordor. And I know you guys remember when I bought that.
Yeah.
Never played it once. Never even saw the opening introduction. So
really? No kidding.
No, it's kind of like Far Cry. You know, some people bought Far Cry and never even played any.
Yeah, what kind of an asshole would do that?
I mean, some people, man.
We don't know anyone who would do that, right, guys?
I mean, can you imagine what kind of fuck boy? That's what they called it in the hood in the '90s. What fuck boy would buy that game and not?
I wouldn't go that far, but
that's what they call it in the hood.
That's really mean.
Damn, I haven't been this upset since Scar killed Mufasa, man. I am really this hurts.
Gets you right in the heartstrings, hey, Briar?
Yeah.
This is so good. All right,
what have you been playing?
Hold on a second.
Oh, great timing. I think he's coughing and farting at the same time.
No, sorry. I had to cough, but I wasn't going to cough in the microphone. But all right. So this week, I have been playing something that I'm sure you guys would not expect me to be playing. So during Christmas week, I guess Boxing Week, it's called here in Canada, like the Boxing Week sale, I ordered Guitar Hero Live. And so it came here, I'd say 4 days after I ordered it, it came here. I got it set up, got the guitar set up, and Man, it feels like you're 2006 all over again, just jamming on the guitar, playing songs. It was a lot of fun, and it's an experience that has been away for such a long time. And it's different too because it's got like the whole live action thing, and it's got like the music videos, and the guitar is way different too because there's like the two sets of buttons now instead of like just one row. I mean, I've had a lot of fun with it, and I've just been playing and getting better and better, and it's a lot of fun, but it's really hard compared to the old games.
This game has like a music streaming service too, right? So you just constantly are getting new songs to play?
Yeah, Guitar Hero TV, they constantly are adding new songs into the Guitar Hero TV, and then that's added to the set list of the game, and they're all free.
Right.
The idea is that there's a microtransaction system. You buy these plays, essentially, and it allows you to play a song. You only get a certain amount of them, but you get coins in games, so you don't really have to buy them. And
Oh, wow.
overall, it's awesome, though. I mean, they're always adding new music every week. It's wonderful. I love that they're doing that.
That's something I've actually been really wanting to do. When I went to Ohio for my vacation, my little nephew and my sister-in-law, they were playing Guitar Hero. I think it's Guitar Hero on the Nintendo Wii.
Oh.
And so they pulled out the old school, and I never really got into it. I had a blast playing it. This new Guitar Hero is the one where you see the live action audience, correct?
Yeah, it's more almost realistic or like serious. Like even the guitar has changed quite a lot, and it looks like more like a real guitar now. It's not like the green, red, and yellow buttons. It's actual like black and white frets.
Now the audience reacts to whether or not you're actually playing the guitar correctly, right?
Oh yeah, if you suck, people will boo you, and you'll feel like shit. It
Do they
sucks.
throw things did they throw like tomatoes or panties? I mean, what did you get, Robbie? Were people cheering
There
you on?
will be like a
flipping
beer
you
bottle
off?
or two thrown. You'll see it. They actually do throw stuff occasionally. Yeah. Only if you're playing like really shitty though, like missing every note. Then they get really upset.
So, how far have you gotten into this game? This has been the thing that you've been playing predominantly, and what would you say as far as the people who are watching the show? Is it something you recommend for people to pick up?
I absolutely would recommend this. I mean, I did not expect to get into it. You know, I thought it would be a lot like the old Guitar Hero, but I like it even better. I really love the changes they've made, and it's a ton of fun. Like, it feels like a game that's been gone for so long. Getting back into it, it feels refreshing because it's been away for such a long time, and I absolutely would recommend it. It's tough, though. It's a lot more difficult because there's two sets of buttons, so you have to remember your brain, like, oh, I got to press the black one, and then I got to switch to the white one, and it's definitely harder, but it's very fun.
Wow.
Two things stick out to me about this game is I remember watching YouTube videos of like 10-year-old, 11-year-old kids playing like the hardest difficulty on
Through the Fire and Flames.
You remember seeing that shit? Oh my god, it was intense. Does it have like a difficulty that's like super tough?
Oh yeah, and it's probably arguably harder because the button layout is way more difficult now. There's two sets of buttons, so you gotta switch rows, and sometimes you gotta hold like both rows with two fingers. It's really crazy.
And
it's
you can
harder.
play two players, right? Or three players with a mic. If you have a mic, you can sing along.
Yeah, two guitars, one mic. I do have two guitars, but we don't have a microphone, so yeah.
Wow.
I had a lot of fun in that Rock Band era. You know, it got to the point Rock Band got so popular that it crossed into mainstream.
Yeah.
Guitar Hero, I felt like it was more popular with gamers, where Rock Band actually crossed over to the mainstream, and you actually went to bars, and they had it set up at bars, and you could play with your friends up on a stage. It was
because they have different instruments. It was more appealing.
Yeah, they had the drums. I think they eventually even got a keyboard, right?
With three. Yeah, they had it in Rock Band 3.
I think by that time it was pretty much over, but by Rock Band and Rock Band 2 were so popular. It's nice to see them both coming back, but I've heard that Guitar Hero is the much better offering this time around.
I would say, because Rock Band 4 is pretty much the same game. You remember it being like looking at it, I'm like, this pretty much looks like the same. Guitar Hero has made substantial changes, though, and they pretty much are all successful, and they feel really good.
That's good.
I like that a lot. I really do.
Playing anything else, Robbie?
Yeah, so especially the second half of the week, I have gotten so obsessively back into Skyrim on PC. And I have modded the shit out of it, and it is amazing. I have never really modded the game before. Like, I have like 85 mods installed on Skyrim, and it there's so many small tweaks from like horse travel speed to like horse armor to like expansions to locations to quests, like everything. There's so many small amazing tweaks, and I'm starting to get why people love mods so much, because it literally can change a game entirely. Like, there's whole new expansions people add. You can fix like any problem with the game. You can just open it wide open and change anything you want, and it's all optional. It's all free. It's kind of unbelievable. I was like, wow, like Skyrim is so good on PC because you can run it at 60 frames and it looks gorgeous and just adds so much to it. It's awesome.
Are you still playing
really
any Fallout 4?
No, I haven't played Fallout 4 in a while because honestly, playing Skyrim 2 makes me realize how much bigger and more ambitious Skyrim was of the game. It just feels more complete to me. And Fallout 4, I loved every mode I played of Fallout 4. I love that game, but it doesn't. Once you kind of done everything, like that's it. You don't really have a reason to go back into it until DLC comes out or the mods. But Skyrim has a wonderful replayability to it.
So Robbie, did you actually beat Fallout 4? I mean, because it sounds like you did. You said you.
I did literally everything in that game. I put 110 hours into it. Like I did everything there was to do.
Wow.
Yeah. Every location, every quest, I explored the map to no end. Like, yeah, everything.
Cool.
It's interesting to me that you kind of put down Fallout 4 and went back to Skyrim. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if it's like it's. I don't want to say there's a story to be written about this, but it's telling to me somehow that Skyrim is pulling you back more than Fallout 4 is.
Well, it's because I love Bethesda Game Studios games, like any of them. They were my favorite games the whole time, and Skyrim is probably my... Well, I'd say maybe Fallout 3 is my favorite one. I don't know which one I would rank, but Skyrim just... Yeah, it just has more replayability to it, and there's just more in there.
There is a caveat here, though, Robbie. You are talking about Skyrim with 85 mods versus Fallout 4 as it is, so...
Yeah, I know.
If you had Fallout 4 with tons of mods, you might still be playing that, just... thing where you're doing Skyrim, so I don't think he would just go straight back to Skyrim as it was.
Skyrim is like a 4 or 5 year old game, though.
Yeah.
4 just came out.
Yeah,
and the thing is, we're getting mods even on the console versions of Fallout 4, which I can't wait for. Like, this has really gotten me into mods now on PC, and I get why people talk about it because it's wonderful. Like, there's so much you can do, and you can customize a game to no end. It's crazy. It really is.
The way I feel about Fallout 4 compared to Fallout 3 is, of course, it's higher graphical fidelity. It does look slightly better, but I think that they went with more quantity and slightly better quality. I feel like the game is very similar to what we're used to in Bethesda games.
Mm-hmm.
It looks very similar to what we're used to, but they've added so much more to the world. So, to me, they still feel extremely similar. I don't see that one is just head and shoulders incredibly, superior to the other as far as Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is probably better, but for me, when you look at them both side by side...
I don't know if it is better.
It is and it isn't. Honestly, to me, part of me says Fallout 4 is a better game. It's refined everything that Fallout 3 did, but there's a part of me that says Fallout 3 still is more dear to my heart, and I still enjoy it more.
The reason that you guys are saying that, and it's true, the reason that you guys believe that, and probably to the core of the gamer, especially to the Bethesda hardcore, Fallout 3 probably is a better game because it was the first time we experienced that world.
Yeah. Fallout 4 isn't like a revolution. It's just it's amazing at what it does, but it's more of the same.
Like Briar, I heard you say this before in your other podcast, Briar. The first time you saw the Avengers film was amazing. Avengers 2, you can't really do the same thing again. It's already been done. So right. Fallout 4, the ambition's already been set. The template has been made. The world has been realized. Now they're just realizing it slightly bigger with slightly more to do. So it's not, you don't get the same sense of grand awe that you got the first time that you went out of the vault in Fallout 3. So that's
compared to Skyrim. I think Skyrim was a bigger improvement upon Oblivion than Fallout 4 was to Fallout 3.
I would agree.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I would say that New Vegas is actually more compelling to play than Fallout 4.
You think so? Yeah.
And that came a lot quicker on the heels of Fallout 3 than Fallout 4 came on New Vegas. Like, I was hyped for Fallout 4. Not as hyped as you guys, but pretty damn hyped.
Everyone was hyped.
And I'm not gonna lie. I'm overall, I feel pretty disappointed with that game.
Yeah, that's very understandable. I mean, now going back and playing it like Fallout 4, I feel kind of disappointed in the fact that it didn't have, the content as big of a world as I thought it would. Like, when I was playing it, I was like, I love this game. I'm addicted to it. I don't want to stop. It's phenomenal, and I still feel that way. But going back and playing it, I'm like, maybe I kind of changed my mind about it. Like, playing it now, I'm kind of like, it's not as much of a replayable game as I wanted.
It wasn't as compelling as it was in Fallout or in New Vegas, or Fallout or in New Vegas. You're still dealing with you got the exact same computer hacking game. You got the exact same, lock-picking mini game. Like, so much of it feels like it's just the exact same as it was, 6 years ago.
But heavily refined.
Is it that heavily refined?
There are certain things I feel like there is.
I think there's some definite heavy refinement that was taking place in Part 4, but this is the thing that happened with me. I played it for the first week and a half straight.
Yeah.
And I, for the period of time that I played, I didn't get relatively far, but I was very fulfilled with the experiences that I had. I was like only level 20, I believe 21 or 22.
Yeah.
But for the time that I played, that was pretty damn far. I put tons of hours in. I stepped away from it for whatever the reason was. I don't know if it was a game or maybe a night out or something, and it came back, and then I was just like, do I want to play that right now, or do I want to play something a little bit shorter that I don't have to really invest so much time into? Yeah. And it became in my mind something that I felt like, is it going to be a chore to get back into it? Maybe that's my mind playing tricks on me, because the fact is, when I played it, I had a fucking blast playing it.
Yeah.
It's one of those situations, but I just felt like maybe if it was Fallout 3, I would have just played it all the way through because it's my first time experiencing it. Whenever I play Fallout 4, I still see the echoes of Fallout 3. So in my mind, I feel like I've already seen it, I've already played it, I've already completed it. This is just another part of that world. It's just not as engaging to me as it was the first time that I saw it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I still think Fallout 4 is an amazing game, and it still holds up to Bethesda's other games. I don't think it's their single best game they've ever done, but it's still phenomenal game. It's still excellent in a lot of ways. It really is. I still really love it.
What do you think is their best? Rage?
No, that's id Software.
Oh, that's id. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, it's published by Bethesda. I'd say either Oblivion would probably be the most groundbreaking one, because Skyrim was another refinement. It wasn't the same as Fallout 3 to 4. It was a little more than that. I mean, my personal favorite is probably either 3 or Skyrim. I still love Oblivion, though, but it's hard to choose.
I bought Morrowind on the... I think I told you guys this like a year ago. I bought Morrowind on the original Xbox. I played it. I tried to get into it. I didn't understand what it was.
Yeah.
And I was by myself at home, didn't have any strategy guys. Like, what the hell is this crap?
Yeah.
So I stepped away from it. And then when I saw the Oblivion in every game magazine, on all the commercials many, many years ago, everybody was talking about it. You walk in GameStop, they were all talking about this game. And I look at it, I'm like, wow, it looks like a real world. Wow, look what they've done. Technology's really progressed. And I wanted to try it, but I was like, is this more like, the original Morrowind? And then I got a strategy guide, and I went home and read it first. I went through the book, and I was like, holy shit, there's so much stuff you can do. Then I played it, and that was probably my favorite Bethesda experience, Oblivion.
Yeah,
it was
wonderful game.
It was amazing. It blew my mind. And we spent a half an hour talking about the shit.
We should get into some news.
Okay,
I love those games. I have no problem talking about Skyrim and Fallout all day. I love those games to death. I really do.
You guys let us know in the comment section which Bethesda game is your favorite. Which one meant the most to you? It could be a nostalgic thing. It could be what you're playing now. Just let us know in the comments so we can see what the consensus is in the world. Robbie, you want to get us started off with the news, my friend?
All right, let's get into the news for today. So our first piece of news, it's been a pretty recent trend in gaming that's been going on for the past couple of years, but of course, Scalebound has been delayed to 2017. And I'm not too surprised about this because if you guys remember the demo from Gamescom, it was not running well at all. The frame rate was not very good. So I'm not too surprised by this.
You're going to have to wait another year for your headphones and dragons.
Yeah, I mean,
your Beats headphones.
and dragons. Well, Platinum, man, they're a very talented studio, but they got a lot on their.
They're doing so many games, and they're like a small studio.
Are they doing Nier 2?
Yeah, they're doing Nier 2. They're doing Star Fox Zero. Tons of games.
So I mean, it's one of those situations, especially if you're just an Xbox guy and you're really looking forward to that game. Look, a lot of people on Xbox One are. You just gotta wait. Sometimes you gotta wait for good stuff,
The game looks like a lot of fun. I've never gone into Monster Hunter, but this looks like something I would get into, and they just need more time because Platinum's doing so much right now. It totally makes sense to me. They need another year. They really do. So,
right. So keeping with the trend of games that are delayed, and also games that are really, I guess people are excited about, ReCore for the Xbox One is also coming to Windows 10, and according to reports, the game has also been delayed till sometime this fall. And that's a game that a lot of people are excited for, ReCore.
But we've seen basically nothing of. I am looking forward to seeing gameplay of that, because this is Armature's first real game. So.
Say what, Briar? I didn't hear you, Briar.
I'm familiar with this one.
This is the game where it showed a young lady and a little droid with her, and the droid had a orb of light inside of it.
Yeah, do you remember this was announced at E3?
I'm looking at pictures of it now. I remember it.
It was attacked, and that core of that droid, it's transferable to other, I guess, entities throughout the world, robots, and that core can be transferred to a dinosaur or another giant robot, and the spirit of whatever that little droid is takes over and fights alongside.
I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing more of it because we've seen literally nothing except for the E3 trailer.
I like the idea. I think the idea is awesome. Yeah, I mean, so if they implement it and it's executed properly, it'll be an awesome game for Xbox One and Windows 10.
They got a good team behind it. They got KJ and Inafune working on it, and they got Armature, so it should turn out good. I mean, we'll have to see more of it.
So more exciting news. For me, this is sleep news. I will sleep through this because I'm not into Assassin's Creed anymore. I hate it. I honestly do.
This is big.
Assassin's Creed Empire is the next main entry in the series. It's set to launch in 2017. The game will be set in ancient Egypt. Watch Dogs 2 will launch this fall in its place. So
first let's discuss Assassin's Creed. Everything about this. Everything about this is awesome to me. The fact that they're finally taking a year off because Unity was a broken, buggy mess, and they need this to give their development team more time. This is being made by the team that made Black Flag. That's another good thing right there. Ancient Egypt sounds like an awesome setting. Count me in. Like, this sounds awesome to me. This is what Ubisoft needed to do with this. I am really looking forward to it.
I think what Ubisoft needs to do with this is just fucking quit. I'm just so tired of it.
At least they're taking a year off, though. Like, I'm shocked when I heard about that. I thought there was no way they would delay a game from 2016.
The story has become so convoluted. I feel like I'm watching thoughts in cursive. It's like you don't know where you're going with Assassin's Creed anymore. It's really, really hard to follow. With so much
I actually thought the most interesting part of this was that Kotaku broke this again.
Yeah, like it was
Kotaku broke the story again, like a year before the game comes. Well, now it's 2 years before the game comes out. Totally, they must have like some hella leak over there. Just who talks to Kotaku? Kotaku just recently put up an article saying how like, because of leaks like this, they can't. They're getting blacklisted, and boom, they drop another one. I don't know. I found that to be the most important.
They have side chicks from Ubisoft, I guess. I mean, I don't know where they get their information.
Right? It's crazy. Ubisoft does not want this information released, right? Like,
no, absolutely not.
They want to message this themselves, and Kotaku got it again. I think that's hilarious.
I'm actually more intrigued by the latter half of this news, though, Robbie. I'm more interested to see what they're going to do with Watch Dogs than I am with this new Assassin's Creed. You know, what are they going to do? Have Kanye West as the main character in Egypt?
And you would think, too, if it's coming this fall, that means it's got to be announced at E3, right? Like, it's got to be soon.
Yeah, and you know, they're really going to hate Kotaku. If this is totally true, which it probably is, because Kotaku is known for, you know, leaking stuff, and it ends up being right on the fucking head. But for me, Watch Dogs was kind of a flop. It was a letdown. It had a lot of hype. A lot of people were super excited about it. I think that it's been, almost 3 years? 2 years since the game came out?
2014 it came out, May. It's almost 2 years.
And so they've had a lot of time to sit back, see the things they did wrong with the game, and kind of remaneuver it and turn it into what people really wanted. So I'm more excited to see what Watch Dogs 2 is versus Assassin's Creed 21. Is this 21?
I couldn't care less. The first game was crap. What makes you think it's going to be any good the second time around?
Well, you look at Assassin's Creed 1, it was kind of an okay game, and then Assassin's Creed 2 blew it out of the water. Awesome. They did everything right. That's what this could be. This could be the Assassin's Creed 2.
Hold on.
You guys get way too excited for shit. Like you have no idea.
I'm telling you, like, they're going to learn from their mistakes.
It's not really excitement. I mean, it's more of an ambitious curiosity. But let me ask you a question, Briar.
Yeah, the potential here is good.
Which Halo was your favorite one, Briar?
The first one.
Halo 2 was your favorite, wasn't it?
No, the first one was my favorite.
Oh, okay. Well, damn.
Change your mind, old man. All right.
My own stuff, man.
The next one would probably be, I don't know. Halo 1 was my favorite by a long shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Halo 2 is my favorite. You
gotta give Ubisoft some credit, though. Taking a year off of their annual franchise, I think this is bold for them. Like, I would have never seen them doing this. I think this is great that they're doing this. I really think they need more. You should give them more credit. Like, this is a really smart move for them. I think it is.
Okay, it may be a good move. We'll see.
They're always gonna have Assassin's Creed,
but I'm not gonna get hyped up for Watch Dogs 2 because the first game was shitty, and I'm definitely not gonna get hyped up for another Assassin's Creed.
But it's in Egypt. That's so cool. I like that a lot.
I think Not Too Nerdy Entertainment has taken over BriarRabbit because he is the fucking voice of truth right now. You really can't argue. God. You really can't argue with him. Nobody said that Watch Dogs was great, but he's coming out and just saying it was shitty. And I thought about it, like, it pretty much was. So, I mean, what can you really say? Let's just hope for the best. Keep our fingers crossed. Cross them 4 times. I would prefer Watch Dogs 2 to be good for me versus an Assassin's Creed game because I'm just done with Assassin's Creed. I just don't want to deal with it anymore.
I am too, but if we go back to
many
the
of them have
roots,
come out.
Say what, Brian?
Too many of them come out. Like there's no pull for me to come back to that. It's like I've done that. I've been there. I've done that.
Like Assassin's Creed, what are we on? Like 10? I'm done with it. Yeah.
I don't know. It's got to rank up in the near 10, right? I mean,
if they put a number,
including the mobile games, it's got to be up there.
I mean, it's getting kind of out of hand, and I don't want to deal with it anymore.
I agree with you guys 100%. Though, like I am tired of Assassin's Creed, and that's why I'm even more happy that they're taking a year off. So like we don't have to have another one for a year.
Well, they just
it'll be more exciting.
You know what would be good, Robbie? If that was a good strategy, and which I understand what you're saying, I'd prefer them to take like 5 years off, like Rock. All right, so continuing on with news. Sony files a trademark for a video game software, and the title of the game is Days Gone. And this is really exciting news. A lot of people have been speculating as to what this could mean. The name Days Gone is very, very similar to the original pilot episode of The Walking Dead, Days Gone By. So people are really in the mindset that this could possibly be The Last of Us 2.
Last of Us 2 Days Gone, that's what I've heard. Initially, I was like, this is Sony Ben's game. I'm sure that's what this is. But then everyone's saying, this is going to be called The Last of Us 2 Days Gone. This is what the subtitle for that is. I mean, I don't really know. Who knows?
Well, it's just pure speculation. They could call The Last of Us 2 football and people would still buy it. So it doesn't really matter. I guess we'll know once.
Really, Let's go-kart racing.
Yeah, holy shit! Is Ellie in it? It's one of those things, man. The Last of Us, whenever they announce it, I think they're definitely going to do it. I think it's going to be the next game. People are going to be really excited about it. And until then, people are just going to keep speculating. I actually talked about this on my channel this week. So
I think this E3, Last of Us 2, will be announced because Naughty Dog has seemingly announced their next game like a month or two after their release. So Uncharted 4 comes out in April, then you go to May, and then June. I could see Last of Us 2 easily being at E3.
Well, this is some information that I kind of juggled around in my mind. Neil Druckmann and Bruce Straley have stated that before they were pulled from the projects that they were working on to take over production of Uncharted 4 Thieves End, they were brainstorming ideas for The Last of Us 2. Characters, different scenarios. They were coming up with a sci-fi game, just a whole bunch of different things. So if they were moving away from The Last of Us 2 story to create other ideas for other games, part of me on some level believes that if they're doing other things besides that they possibly had a storyline possibly nailed down. So.
Well, from what you just said, that would make me think that thing's not coming out till 2017 or 2018. Like if they got pulled off of creating the storyline to make Uncharted 4, I mean then they got to finish the storyline and they also got to program the damn thing.
Yeah,
but got to create the game. That takes a while.
But during that interview, they didn't just say they were throwing around ideas for The Last of Us. They said that they were doing deep ideas about The Last of Us 2 as far as the world, new characters, old characters, and they said after that they were coming up with ideas for completely new titles. So I'm thinking that if they're going to make new games, that they wouldn't just move away from a partially realized idea to form another partially realized idea. The way in my mind it works is you work on something, you come up with something. Once that's solidified, then you move to something else. So in my mind, they may have already come up with at least a fundamental idea of what The Last of Us 2 is going to be. Ta-da! All right, Robbie, would you like to continue, my friend?
Where are we? Oh, yeah, right there. So this is another game that a lot of people miss because of a certain Fallout 4. Rise of the Tomb Raider is coming to PC on January 28th. Just buy this game. It's a wonderful game. I don't care what platform, it deserves to be played.
I did. It's right here.
Briar got it, yeah.
Hey!
I would have played it this weekend, but there's no Wi-Fi.
You take the plastic off?
Not yet.
Damn it! I want to see a picture of that right next to Far Cry. The plastic games. Fucking awesome. Yeah, this game has gotten a lot of awards. A lot of people have said that this is Xbox One's game of the year, man.
Yep.
So it's something I definitely want to play, for sure.
Awesome.
I've had a lot of people tell me it's the better game that came out that day.
Huh?
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying that. Yeah, absolutely. So.
And no one played it.
Kind of sad how hype can kill something that's done right?
Yeah.
Wow. It's like your grandma cooking you a pie and then everybody going to McDonald's and buying the 2-for-1. God damn it. All right, so Oculus Rift pre-orders have gone live. The headset will cost $599 and will begin shipping March 28th. What do you guys think about this?
That's a high price, man. High price.
Here's what I'm going to say. People were definitely upset because some people thought maybe it would be cheaper, maybe it would be closer to $400, $500. When I saw this price tag, I was like, yeah, I mean, I saw it coming. Like, the thing you have to consider is this is virtual reality, right? Like, this is a brand new technology. This is a first of its kind, a first generation headset. Of course it's going to be expensive. This is like cutting edge technology. This is something that's never really been done before. So of course it's going to cost a lot of money, but I honestly thought it would be more than this. I'm not upset at all with this price. I mean, it's still a lot of money for sure.
I mean, this price will drop pretty quickly too.
Yeah.
Right now it's coming with pack-ins like an Xbox One controller.
2 games.
Yeah, so I think if they could strip down what comes with it, I think they're including the pack-ins to kind of set a baseline. Like, here's how people are going to play games with this. So here's what you should develop for. Here's your target for development. I think once they can pull out the Xbox One controller, once they get their kind of manufacturing efficiencies flowing a little better, this thing can come down in price. I think it's not gonna be a mass consumer.
It's not going to be mainstream.
It's not going to start off.
It's not going to be mainstream at this price. But if they can get it down to $400, I think it could gain some traction. But that might take them a year or two.
Yeah, and so if it's $600 in America, wasn't Canada like $2,100?
It's closer to $900, I believe. Here, it's a lot.
Hell.
Yeah.
Oh.
Since the Canadian dollar
and on top of that,
is not good.
On top of the revealed price tag for this thing, they announced some of the PC specs. And you're going to have to really have a PC that can pump out some shit to get this thing to work accurately.
Yeah.
Luckily for Mr. Rabbit, you're good to go, Briar, right? You got 10 USB ports and all that stuff?
I'm going hard on this thing. I'm actually, at this price point, I think I'm gonna wait on this because I don't want to buy a $600 Oculus Rift and then nobody supports it because nobody's buying it, right? That's the problem with an accessory like this is that it can do any number of wondrous things, but if nobody buys it, then
there's no software. Yeah, there's no reason.
It's going to be a piece of shit that sits on, in the closet with a half dozen other accessories that never worked out.
The same thing happened with the Nokia N-Gage. It was just incredible. Nobody bought it.
Yeah.
I think you
think at $600 can this thing be successful at $600? Do you think this is a reasonable price?
No. No.
You don't think so?
No. The thing is, guys, all right, we got to put this into context, okay? This is a premium piece of hardware, right? On top of that, people spend this amount of money annually for fucking phones.
Yeah, this is a top-of-the-line VR headset, and this is brand new tech. This is not unreasonable at all. People were overreacting to this a lot.
Brian,
it is a video game headset. I mean, $600 is a huge outlay. We are on a show about video games. We do a podcast about video games. Of course, we're going to be more hyped about this thing than a lot of other people, but $600 is a major outlay.
Oh, that's a huge investment. Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is. That's a lot.
And I think it's imperative that they get the price down. I can see it launching at this. Like, it doesn't shock me. I don't find it to be like, I don't think it's like a death knell for Oculus Rift, but I do think that they're going to have to get it down to the $400 range within the next couple of years. Otherwise, the early adopters are going to pick this thing up.
Well, it's already sold out, the pre-orders, and I don't know what that number was, but I
don't know what that number is either.
Yeah. Well, this is my thing, right? Look at Apple. Briar, you're an Apple lover, right? I don't even think you have an orange in your house. The thing is, people upgrade their damn iPhones every single year, and people spend tons of money on these things, and that's just for the technical, I guess, glitter. You want the newest thing.
Okay, so the difference between an iPhone and an Oculus Rift headset is huge. The iPhone or any handset that you have is probably the most personal piece of technology you've ever used in your life. You always have it on you. It's become invaluable. It gives you directions. It keeps you in contact with your friends. It answers any questions that you have.
Takes out the trash.
I mean, it's unbelievable the revolution that these phones have had for us.
He has it in his hand.
Well, I mean, you do. You don't have your phone within reach?
No, man, it's a Sony. I'll call it. You'll roll in here.
It's the difference between a handset like a phone and The Oculus Rift is going to be sitting at your computer waiting for you to play video games. It's a big difference.
I totally agree, and maybe I did skew the similarities, I guess, in that sense. But what I'm saying is people repeatedly go out and spend this kind of money every year, you know. And I know $600 is not something to scoff at. It's a lot of money. But the fact is there's tons of people who spend this much money, I guess, every year who don't need to upgrade.
There are going to be people who buy this day one and just don't look the other way.
They're going to buy.
There's no doubt there's going to be people who buy this day one. Yeah. But
I don't think it's going to
be enough to like warrant a developer saying, "Oh my God, we have to start developing for this right now."
I agree. Yeah.
This is my argument, and you guys know I'm a console gamer first. I bought a PC for DayZ. I think I played it like for 4 hours. But when it comes to just being honest, what the hell am I doing here, honey? But, for me, the Oculus, the practical applications are going to be amazing. It's going to be able to do so much more than just gaming, okay? And that's a very nice incentive. But for me, the addition of all this hardware I'm going to need for a PC kind of just it negates the possibility of me doing it. I'm on a laptop, which is a fairly decent laptop. I don't have a desktop sitting around here. We're a laptop family. There's 5 laptops here. So I'd have to completely reinvest in something that's upgradable and ready to run this thing. And on top of that, I have to spend $600. So for me, I'm going to stick with the PlayStation VR.
The people who will buy the Rift will already have a high-end PC. Like, those will be the people who buy it. They'll already have that rig ready to go for it.
Unless they're smart, because Briar has a PC. He can talk to God on his. And he still said no, he's going to wait.
I really think I'm going to wait on this one.
Yeah, I mean...
I want to see... You know what I want is an application that says, this thing is so good that it justifies the purchase.
Absolutely. It needs to be the carnival game. All right. So, Robbie, would you like to continue?
This is going to be some... definitely in 2016, this is going to be a huge thing. Nintendo is going to officially unveil the concept of the NX sometime between March and May, and a full reveal of the console will be coming sometime in June, supposedly around E3. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I could definitely see that happening.
They need to actually hit that stage. They don't need to do a Nintendo Direct.
Yes, I agree with you, 100%. They have to do a conference for this thing. If they do a Direct showing this hardware, that is never going to work. They need to go back to E3. They need a conference to say, shit's on, we are back, here's this thing, here's why you should be excited about it. Show the hardware, show the price, show the launch lineup, get Legend of Zelda on it from day one. That's what they need to do. This is such an important year for Nintendo. This is going to shape the future of the company going forward. If this fails, they're not going to make another console. This is it for them. They have to succeed with this. They really do. There's so much.
I don't think that they won't make another console if this doesn't.
It won't succeed. There's no way though. Like this is the last chance.
This is what they need to do. They need to go to E3. They need to hit that stage. They need to be engaging, exciting. They need to show a product that's amazing, that graphically can stand up to the competition. They need to show a real, fully realized Mario 3D game. They need to show some fucking Metroid. They need to show Legend of Zelda, and they need to do that for the fans too. They need to bring people back and make us remember what it was about Nintendo that we liked years ago. They need to have something also for the people who grew up with Nintendo who don't want to fucking play with mushrooms anymore. I'll play with a mushroom all the time, but it's not a video game.
Yeah. Nintendo has not grown with their audience either. They're still towards that kid-friendly, family-friendly approach. You need to have a more powerful console going forward. The most important thing for them is to get third parties. And I know what people are going to say. They're going to be like, oh, people buy Nintendo consoles for first parties. Well, why aren't people buying the Wii U then? Because there are plenty of first-party games on it. Yeah, you need those third-party deals to get people on board. Because if you have a console, if you can get third-party games like Call of Duty and Destiny and Mario on the same platform, that's going to kill it. They need that.
They've got new leadership. They've got new leadership. They need to have a new plan and a new strategy. Third parties, that goes without being said. We all know that they need that.
They have to.
But they need to also start developing games for people who are hardcore gamers.
Yeah.
Bring that world into Nintendo so that you can walk into a Toys R Us or a
I would argue they're doing that right now. I'd argue Mario Maker is a hardcore game.
You said it is?
Yeah.
I haven't played it yet. I hear it's amazing, but I haven't played it.
I think that if they can release something that is, on par with or a little bit more powerful than the current Xbox One and PS4, and also has kind of a PC architecture,
Yeah, they need to make
That
this
would be
easy for
amazing,
developers.
because
Just
they
get
could
them on
get
board.
third parties over really quick. It'd be a relatively easy thing to port games over, and I'd be happy to play Destiny on a Wii 3 or whatever they end up calling this
Oh
thing.
God!
No, they need to get away from the Wii name. That's going to fail them.
But ultimately, I think what they're going to do is they're going to have some kind of compilation or combination of a portable and a home system that is going to be completely, Nintendo built, Nintendo designed. It's not going to be, based on PC architecture. It's not going to appeal to third party developers.
I'm worried.
It may be very, very cool. It may have really awesome Nintendo games, but I don't think that at this point Nintendo really cares that much about the third party.
But they need to. They absolutely.
I don't think they do. Why do they need to? Tell me that. Why do they need to?
Because if you have those first parties on board plus your third parties, I mean, that's going to kill it. They need those relationships, and to get third parties back on board, if they have a more powerful console, that'll be easy for them to convince them.
They sell a ton of consoles, they sell a ton of games, and they're Nintendo games. They make a ton of profit.
And a lot of those third-party developers and partnerships and relationships are not going to be just healable. You're not going to be able to fix a lot
they
of...
They are with money, and Nintendo has a lot of money to shell out for third-party deals. They can get these deals, and I think over time they can get third parties back on board, even if they come out at E3 and say, here's Destiny 2
They're just going to port
MX.
games they're making for PS4 and Xbox One over to it.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. I mean, you saw that with Black Ops 2 for the Wii. Was it the Wii U? Yeah, Wii U.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Some of these games are going to be coming to the next Nintendo console. Big developers, big publishers, Activision, they're going to jump on board. I just hope, in the bottom of my heart, I hope that they show something that's going to blow us away and make us really look at Nintendo again as a serious contender here. And instead of just Sony and Microsoft, we'll have the big three again. Because honestly, it's not really. I don't feel that way anymore when I talk about the big consoles or the big video game companies.
Nintendo almost isn't a big three. They're losing it. Like, they're getting out of it more and more.
Well, they're gonna come out with a Nintendo console. It's gonna say Nintendo all over it, right? It's gonna if you're gonna get like a PS4 with Nintendo on it, you're wrong. It's not gonna be that.
I think they're going to learn their mistakes, though, and come out and say, here's the hardware, it's more powerful than the PS4 and Xbox One.
Show me anything that points in that direction, though. Like, show me any evidence that points in the direction that Nintendo's going to do something like that.
Well, see, the thing is, that's kind of what
Sony... Because they've learned from the Wii U.
What tells you that?
Well, nothing does, to be honest. And that's totally legit argument, Briar. But the thing is, Sony was going that direction as well. Look what happened with the cell processor. They were trying to walk to the beat of their own drum, create their own technology, and it kind of backfired on them. Maybe Nintendo's in that same boat that Sony was in last generation.
Maybe they are, and maybe they've learned. But I haven't seen any evidence whatsoever. None.
Well, if you look at
Nintendo's changing direction.
GameCube had fucking discs the size of an olive. Okay, and it was really hard to port games to that. The Wii was a console that graphically couldn't stand up to the competition, had a very strange control setup. They didn't really learn from that. The Wii U is not as powerful as the competition. It's kind of a last-gen system.
Yeah.
Big fucking controller in your hand, looks like a tablet.
Right.
Maybe they're not going to learn. I mean, if you look at the trending history says that they're not going to learn, but you feel like in your mind at some point they have to.
I feel like they finally will learn. I think they're going to be like Sony with the PS4. They're going to say, we've learned from our mistakes. We have powerful hardware now. We have something that's easy for developers to develop for. We've improved our network. They need to do that, too. They really need a better network. That's another one.
Briar, I will say this. Right now is a great time for them to completely change their projected, I guess, the way that the company is perceived. Yeah. Because they've got new leadership. More than likely, the NX has already been in development, so I don't know if new leadership can actually change.
I was thinking of that too. Iwata died, so maybe like the new leadership would point them in a new direction. But if you think about it, this thing's been in development.
It's been in development for probably a couple of years, so we'll see what happens. But I'm telling you now, it's going to be exciting to watch.
I think they're going to.
And I can tell you this, probably all three of us buy one, no matter what it is.
You're damn right. I swear.
There's something that tells me, though, Nintendo is going to wake up and they're going to be like Sony learning. They're going to get this, and they're going to be like, here we go.
I think that's hope. That's faith. That's like irrational thinking to There's nothing out there that should tell you that.
Which is the best thing about this. We don't know
evidence.
anything about the NX. They have a clean slate. They can come out and
Exactly,
blow
Robbie.
everyone
That's
out
my
of the water.
point. Is we don't know anything about this thing. There's no evidence that says they're going to do any of this stuff.
There's never been anyone on the record, Robbie, saying that we're going to go a different direction. We're going to try new things. They've been Nintendo, and Nintendo is like, we're going to stay on our path. That's what they've always done. Yeah. And the trending history, Briar is telling the truth. There's really no reason for anybody to think that this is going to be different. The only thing that's going to change, once we see it, it's like a buddy of mine at work says, I won't believe the shit till I see it.
You guys saw that patent? You saw that patent of that controller?
Yeah, it's a Nintendo fucking controller.
It sure as hell is.
Yeah.
We'll see, guys.
You're not porting games for the PS4 or the Xbox One onto that controller.
Yeah. Looks like an envelope. Yeah, I mean, you're right.
I think the best thing about the NX right now is that it's shrouded in mystery, right? Like Nintendo
I think the best thing is we don't know what the fuck it is yet.
Yeah, absolutely right. Right. You're right, Briar, because we don't. Look how excited Robbie and I am. We're just hoping in the back of our mind.
I want to believe that Nintendo can do it, and I feel like they can, and I hope they realize. But there is a chance, we don't know what they're doing yet, so we'll have to wait and see what this thing is.
It's only a few months away. We've got plenty of games to play.
Yeah, absolutely.
They create the right move. So let's move on, guys. I don't want to stay on Nintendo too long. Might get bad luck. Mafia 3 will release on April 26th, according to leaks.
Mafia 2 is a good game, very underrated. I'm looking forward to this.
Well, if it comes out, good news. And it's according to a leak, so take it with a pinch of salt. Sony 2016 Developer Conference in May will heavily focus on VR, and I'm not surprised by that. Sony has said that they have over 200 developers working on PlayStation VR technology. They're on the PlayStation VR early list to create games, and there will be over 100 VR games released within the first year of PlayStation VR. So it's exciting. Good to know. That's what Sony says.
VR games. What do you think that means? Like mini game compilations?
Possibly more than
that seems like an aggressive number.
Yeah.
So I mean,
put the smart in it seemed impressive. It's really not. But
we got 50 PlayStation games for $199 in the PlayStation Store. See it today.
Yeah, right.
That'll be the first 50. All right. So, and this is our last little bit of news, and I covered this. I have a story about this on my channel now. Amazon Canada may have revealed the price of PlayStation VR to be around $800.
Don't do it, Sony. Don't do it.
I don't think this is.
If they do this, this thing is dead in the water. Yeah. There is no chance of salvaging this. Do not be this stupid and have it twice the price of the PS4. You cannot do that.
They can't. Well, the thing is, there's been a lot of speculation that this post was actually for a kit, which included
like a bundle.
Yeah, the bundle and the PS4 games.
That would be much more reasonable.
That comes with it. I cannot see it in my mind's eye or whatever, as Scott Pilgrim would say, that Sony would do this. It just doesn't make any sense at all. It seems that Sony learned their lesson with the PlayStation 3, $600.
Yeah.
They screwed themselves.
I doubt they go back there. I feel like they've probably learned from that too. And there is a slight chance, though. There's something telling me that maybe it is just such an expensive technology, VR, that maybe they don't want to lose costs and they would put it at this price. But I doubt it. I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening.
No way. Nobody's buying that thing anymore.
They can't do that. No, that would be suicide. I mean,
there's no way. I wouldn't buy it immediately. That's a situation where you're saving up for a couple of fucking paychecks.
Well, you know how Sony likes their aspirational products.
Yeah. I could see myself buying it, but I can also hear the conversations around it. I walk in the house and say, "What's for dinner? Noodles, motherfucker!" I'm like, "Okay."
Robin, again.
Put a hot dog in there, baby.
Realistically, though, this thing is probably going to be $300 or $400. That's my guess.
Well, if you imagine that this is a bundle, right? Imagine that this is an $800 bundle that comes with a PS4, maybe a couple of games, probably PlayStation Move controllers. Then you can see it landing at $300 to $400. Like,
that's
I think definitely. It's going to come with PlayStation Move controllers, so that's going to add to the cost of the unit. You don't need a bundle. It does have to have the PlayStation Eye or the PlayStation camera. That's going to add to the cost of it. So, $400 with all that stuff in the box.
You might be $279 without it.
You're going to need all of that stuff, though. You're going to have to buy it to use it.
I already have all that. I got PlayStation Moves. I got the PlayStation camera.
Yeah.
It's just like the Oculus Rift bundle. They put all this stuff in, and it's like if they took it out, would it be cheaper? Like, would that be the better idea, or do they want that value proposition?
That bundle adds up in cost if you think about it. $800 if it came with a PlayStation 4, the headset, the Move controllers,
Oh yeah,
a regular
That's so
controller, and a camera. $800. It's like right there
Yeah, you're right.
No one likes
You're
Move.
absolutely right.
with a $400 price point on the VR headset.
Now, Briar, referring to the statement you made earlier about Oculus Rift and how you wanted to just postpone that purchase because you don't know exactly, you got to wait and see the trend. If people are going to actually be buying this thing so developers can develop for it. You feel the same way about PlayStation VR? Is this something that you feel?
And I'm really hyped about VR. I want to get excited, but I haven't seen that app yet. I haven't seen that one game that just like blows me away. And that's really getting concerning because now these things are going to come out this year.
Yeah.
And I still haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen some cool tech demos, but tech demos, you know, they're going to last you 10 minutes, and you're going to be like, where's the meat on this bone?
That's just immediately you get excited for it. It's not with long term. That's the killer app. That's what I bought this thing for. It's just an idea of what the technology can do. Yeah.
This is how I feel, right? I feel the same way you do, Brian. The apps and games that they've shown have left me feeling a little underwhelmed, right? PlayStation Experience, totally underwhelmed when they showed the games. Now, the other side of that coin is everyone who I've ever heard who's actually played those games said that they were the best games they've ever played in their life. So I think that there's a disconnect between what we're seeing and what people who put their headset on are experiencing. And I think that that is the paradigm shift. I think that once you put this thing on and you realize this is no longer a screen, that you're actually in a world, your whole perception of what the game is changes. Because not one person have I ever heard, and I've listened to a lot of people take the headset off and just go right into the way they felt playing it and their experience. Everybody just eyes water. They say this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And they never say the game looks blocky, it looks horrible, the polygons
VR is pretty amazing.
Everywhere. Everybody says this is a new way to play, and I'm super excited about it. I just hope the price isn't this high. I'm going to be an early adopter of PlayStation VR. I'm going to get rid of my couch, my wife.
How much do you think you get for one of them kids? You know, maybe sign them up for like a little job where they could make you a little extra cash under the table. You know,
I want to move back up north because there's a lot of shoveling snow, and down here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, but down here they're shoveling shit.
Mowing lawns.
Yeah, but down here they shovel shit.
Boy.
So I think I'll give my boys a job tomorrow.
You know, those little tiny fingers are good at cleaning out grease traps.
You're absolutely right.
What kind of father are you, Briar? Oh my God.
We're the same.
Literally the worst kind.
I didn't even have to say it.
Literally.
I was thinking it.
So I'm really excited about it. Robbie, how do you feel about PlayStation VR? Is it something that you think you'll be adopting early on, or are you going to wait?
I mean, just in general, you guys can take it from me because I have a VR headset and I can see.
We're not talking about that now. I'm just asking you a question. Yes or no, motherfucker? Briar watched a 90s rap video movie today, and it kind of translated through me. I'm in the hood, G.
PlayStation VR is close to $300 or $400. I'll be excited for it, and I think VR has an amazing amount of potential. Like, I've used VR now, and I'm like, it feels like the future when you put it on. It really does, and this feels like it's going to be the way we consume media going forward. Absolutely, I will get PlayStation VR if it's got a reasonable price and good amount of games.
So, from the sounds of it, Robbie, you're 100% in. Perfect example. You played it, you're in.
And VR, yes. I love virtual reality. I'm totally in on that.
Technology, okay.
Tech, I'm totally in, yeah.
I haven't played it yet, but part of me is telling me that once I do, you can't remove that experience from your memory, and the world changes from that point. Part of me believes that. Once you put on the headset and you play a game, and it's a fun game, and you're in that world, part of you is like, this is the future. And that's what I feel like. And
that's what it feels like. It does, yeah.
All right, so
VR has an amazing amount of potential. It does.
Can you guys imagine PlayStation VR pornography? Better yet, can you guys imagine not Guitar Hero, but Porn Hero? Can you imagine the peripherals that you'll use?
I
can just see the score.
I don't even know what to say.
I can see the score on the board now.
I'm still thinking of what kind of words to use here.
Yeah, the best option is lack of words.
You're playing Porn Hero with a 8-foot dildo just string along on it?
Okay.
I can just see it now. Your mom.
There's a reason why they put two balls at the bottom of it.
Episode 95.
Yeah. There's a reason why they put two balls on it so you can string them like that. You go like this. There you go.
That moment when your mom walks in and says, "Ooh, I know how to play this game."
Balls on the end of it and you're playing the notes.
Oh,
Dildo Hero coming next year.
oh no. How did this happen? Where did
Robbie's
we go wrong?
Brian, Robbie's 100% in now. Okay,
Right, he's not dipping his toe in the water anymore. He just jumped in the fucking pool.
Yeah.
Porn Hero VR.
Double
Coming
in, Robbie.
exclusively to Oculus Rift.
What? Porn? Hell yeah.
Yeah. This has gotten real bad real fast.
I can see the cameraman. Serious pornography. I really enjoyed the show, guys. I hope you guys had a good time with us goofing off. It feels good to be back. It really does. It feels really good to be back.
Good to have you back, Beasley.
Thanks, man.
I mean, you were back last week. You probably didn't feel right about it because you were on the phone. But
it did
at least
feel
we
like
got
you were
to talk.
really back. The beastly gamer.
Last week, I don't know if the screen was black or not, but if it was, at least the people who may not have known who I was knew I was black.
Yeah.
They should have just put two eyes in the middle of the screen every time I talked. Like, wow,
BC Gamer is black, confirmed.
Oh my God, BC, after the show, I got to tell you what my wife found in the basement.
Oh God, okay.
Ridiculous thing.
All
right, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Beasley, you got anything you want to pimp for the next upcoming week?
You guys, check out the channel. There's a shit ton of stuff coming out. I'm telling you, every day there's going to be 3 videos popping up. So enjoy that. Leave any comments in this video for things you guys might be interested in us doing. We're going to try to get together sometime soon and do the Beastly Thoughts gameplay. So we're going to play some games, hopefully, for the next couple of weeks.
That would be fun.
And, yeah, that's about it. Just news and gaming on the Beastly Gamer channel. I'm the Beast. I'll see you guys next time.
Robbie, what are you getting down with this week?
Skyrim's probably going to continue to take over my life, so, nothing.
Dragons and balls.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm just going to be playing Skyrim. I mean, I don't know. It's 2011 all over again. I can't stop playing it now. Just back into it. God, it's so good.
What about you, Briar?
Beats by Smog.
Playing that Porn Hero VR this week, Briar?
Briar, so now that you got your wife and the Wi-Fi, what's going to be happening with you this week?
Okay, so I want to get into Tomb Raider. If I do not tell you at the beginning of next week's show that I played the shit out of Tomb Raider, you have full permission to, like, seriously rib me, because I can't wait to play this game.
Yeah, put down Destiny just for a week and play.
I am going to be playing some Destiny. I got a new episode. I got a new episode of Sharded or Keep It coming out this week. So hopefully people get excited for that. I think that's about it for me. Yeah, Brian, take your time with that Tomb Raider. Those games, they do take some dedication. And I really enjoyed the laugh when Robbie said, "Don't play Destiny." Ha ha ha, motherfucker, please. Enjoy playing Destiny.
I just said it all over again.
I'm really anxious to see what you say about it, because if you told me it's really good, I swear I'm going to go and buy it next week. So
yeah, wonderful game.
As much time as you can without, just delving deep in, and your wife come in, your feet are sticking out of the back of the TV. Don't get that deep into it. Just let me know if you enjoy it, and let everybody know how good it is. Look forward to that.
Excellent game. You should buy it. Absolutely beastly. Wonderful game.
I said if Briar tells me, motherfucker.
Buy it right now. Buy it right now, motherfucker. Come on.